Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's continue the topic nutrition in plants. Okay, in the last class we have gone through autotrophs, heterotrophs as well as the process photosynthesis. Okay, what happens in the photosynthesis? Plants prepare their own food in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll by using carbon dioxide as well as the water. It gives rise to carbohydrate as well as release oxygen, right? And the presence of starch indicates the occurrence of photosynthesis. Now the question arises, how do we come to know that that leaf has got starch in it? For that we need to do the test, iodine test. Okay, we shall move on to the activity number 1.1 to get the confirmation of presence of starch in the leaf as well as the process photosynthesis. Okay, now the thing is, let's take two potted plants. Okay, so we have taken two potted plants. One is to be kept in the light for 72 hours and other is also has to be kept in the dark for 72 hours. Okay, one is kept in the light for 72 hours and other is kept in the dark for 72 hours. Okay, let's see where photosynthesis process take place. Can you imagine where? Can you tell me where? Yes, of course, where there is presence of sunlight, because photosynthesis process occurs where there is presence of sunlight. Right, but let us test it. Okay, after 3 days let's pluck out the leaf from both the plant and just go for the iodine test. Okay, how to do it? We have to take those leaves and boil it in a alcohol to remove the chlorophyll from it. Okay, so remove chlorophyll by boiling it in a alcohol. Okay, after removing the chlorophyll from that leaf, we have to take out that leaf and drop 2 drops of iodine on both the leaves. If the leaf turn into blue-black color or blue color, it indicates that presence of starch, and presence of starch indicates that occurrence of photosynthesis. Now tell me, just the leaf which is kept in the light will turn into blue, or the leaf which is kept in the dark turn into blue? Yes, the leaf which was in the light, okay, the plant which was in the light, there is occurrence of photosynthesis, whereas where the plant which is in the dark, there is no occurrence of photosynthesis. So turning of this leaf into blue color indicate the occurrence of photosynthesis as well as the presence of starch in it. Okay, so this leaf which was taken out from the plant which is kept in the dark, okay, doesn't turn into blue color, indicates that there is no presence of starch and then there is no occurrence of photosynthesis. Okay, absence of starch indicates no photosynthesis process taken place over there, and presence of starch, okay, turning blue color shows presence of starch, and presence of starch indicates occurrence of photosynthesis. Okay, so this is how we have tested it. And then next thing is, have you seen different colored leaves? Do these colors, the leaves also have the chlorophyll in it? Yes, of course, they do. Okay, but the thing is, different colored pigment are covering completely that pigment, green pigment. So green color pigment is hidden, whereas different color pigments are highlighted. Okay, but the chlorophyll will be present in those different colored leaf also, and photosynthesis process take place in those plant also which have got different color leaves. Okay, have you seen near the pond slippery green color patches? Yes, those are none other than algae. Okay, so these also can prepare their own food. So this is how iodine test help us to check out the presence of starch in the leaves. Okay, so as we know, photosynthesis process, okay, through this process carbohydrates synthesized, right? So it synthesizes the carbohydrate. So these carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, in turn these can synthesize protein, other components of food like protein and fat. question arises, this protein is completely nitrogenous substance. Then how do plants get their need fulfilled? Right? So, how does this plant absorb the nitrogen which is present in the air? As we know that abundant nitrogen is present in the air. So, how do this plant absorb it? It's quite difficult for the plant to absorb which is present in the air, because it is not the usable form which can be absorbed by the plant. How do this plant do? So that is what, let me tell you now. There is presence of bacteria in the soil that named Rhizobium. It converts the gaseous nitrogen into usable form, and that usable form nitrogen is absorbed by the roots, and that need will be fulfilled. Okay, so this is how the nitrogen will be fulfilled. So you might have seen farmers adding fertilizer to the soil which is rich in nitrogen. Okay, this is also another way through which plant fulfill its need of nitrogen. So this is the way synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrate, that is protein, take place in the plant. Now the question arises, there are some plants which don't have chlorophyll. How nutrition take place in such kind of plants? So that is what we are going to learn in the upcoming video clip. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and take care of yourself.